journey. And it is a good indicator of whether an organization has the ability to adapt and thrive or even decline in the rapidly evolving digital landscape. So, based on this information, leaders can set short term and long term goals. The key to assess digital maturity is measuring your business ability to adapt to a disruptive technology that can be even market trend, even your competition, or another major factor or economy. So all these come.
Welcome to the OTech Talks podcast, where it's all about working on technologies. You will hear the latest tech information, and your host, Kashif Manzoor, brings together product overviews, how-tos, best practices, tips and tricks, and troubleshooting techniques.
To the OTechTalks.tv with Kashif Manzoor. Today, our session number, and we are going to talk on the digital maturity model. What is digital maturity, and which digital maturity model to choose, or how many digital maturity models are available across in the digital transformation journey. Thank you so much for joining. And if you're new to this show, OTechTalks.tv, this show is weekly broadcasted with the primary objective to learn and share with each other. And from a couple of months, maybe last, 3 to 4 months back, we started our journey on the learning of digital transformation. And till now, we have covered 15 plus sessions on digital transformation, starting from the basics, beginner's guide, and what is for me digital transformation, how you achieve it, what are the different models available, how to overcome the challenges in digital transformation, where to start in digital transformation, why digital transformation is required, and all these, and even digital transformation framework, how to make business case, what is the role of human resources, how you're going to architecting the operating model for digital transformation, and even from information technology business to business technology as part of digital transformation, how you will know that digital transformation is achieved. So all these are the sessions we covered till now on the digital transformation. If you're new to the show, please visit otechtalks.tv. Under the podcast, you will find all the sessions on digital transformation. And I'm hoping that in next 1 month or 2 months, we will be able to cover main or basics of the digital transformation, and then we will go back to our core areas into different technology components. Now, a digital maturity, which a lot of organizations are saying a digital maturity model or a framework for planning digital transformation. It's an assessment tool or assessment framework that enables leaders to determine where their organizations are in the digital transformation journey. And it is a good indicator of whether an organization has the ability to adapt and thrive or even decline in the rapidly evolving digital landscape. So based on this information, leaders can set short-term and long-term goals. The key to assess digital maturity is measuring your business ability to adapt to a disruptive technology that can be even market trend, even your competition, or another major factor or economy. So all these comes as a part of digital maturity model, and we will go in a formal definition to that one. And I'm also strongest believer of that what gets measured gets managed. So digital maturity is where you're going to measure your current states. It's like an as-is process of your organization, as-is situation, that your organization stands on which stage from a customer experience operations, operating model in each and every area of that one. Some of the fast facts which we started during the last session. The first podcast on otechtalks.tv was recorded on June 7, 2015. And that was very basic first session when I was even reluctant to start, that should I start or should I, to do all these things. And now we are completing 60 episodes. Let's go back to the digital maturity. Now we want to define it properly, and that's where, from a definition point of view, digital maturity goes beyond technology. And when we say technology, it can be social, mobile, cloud, analytics, AI, blockchain, IoT. So digital maturity goes beyond technology and is about how businesses are adapting in a digital environment. Are they fundamentally changing what they do and how they do it in order to compete effectively? That's the core of what is digital maturity. And the digital maturity is the ability, basically. It's ability of an organization to respond and take advantages of all the technological developments that change how the market functions and how the consumer functions. An organization that is digitally mature will be able to respond to technological innovations and changes in a market, whether it has initiated those changes or whether it has no control over them at all. So all this where you will effectively measure yourself. And there could be a number of questions in your mind that, okay, are your digital campaigns are properly functioning? Are they driving the true business growth? It could be, do you have a cross-channel view of your customers' behavior or engagement data? It can be from marketing, sales, service. So what you're doing with that data? Are your digital tactics giving you a strategic advantage over your competitors? Are new technologies efficiently and purposefully integrated into your organization? And do they help achieve business results? This is very important. Maybe we are talking about AI, blockchain, on everything, but are they gonna help you to achieve your business results? Is your team equipped to adjust strategies and tactics based on the business intelligence, what they're getting it? Is the entire business is informed? All the information goes to them, the impact of what you do in your business and what the competition is doing, and even what are the initiatives you're taking up. So all to get answers of all these questions, where the industry analysts marked as what is digital mature, that's called as digital maturity model. And if we talk about digital from a digital maturity model point of view, what happened, and I'm going to cover, I think, 5 to 7 models from different organizations, different companies. And let's start with the digital maturity model project, which is from the Deloitte and TM Forum. They have partnered to bring together industry knowledge and develop a industry standard digital maturity assessment tool. And this maturity model is a business tool used to assess the current status of certain capabilities that exist within an organization that help them to clear where they need to transform or improve. That's the basic question from the Deloitte and TM Forum. Now, what they did a tool to help covering the 5 key areas, where is customer, strategy, technology, operations, organization, and culture. So all these Deloitte and TM Forum model, which they're talking, it's a first industry standard digital maturity assessment model, but primarily it spans over all the organization, covering 5 primary areas. When we say customer, it's providing an experience where customers view the organization as their digital partner, using their preferred channels of interaction to control their connected future on or offline. From a strategy, focuses on how the business transforms or operates to increase its competitive advantage through digital initiatives. It is embedded within the overall business strategy. Technology underpins the success of digital strategy by helping to create, process, store, secure, and exchange data to meet the needs of customers at low cost and low overheads. And the fourth one is operations, where execute and evolving processes and tasks by utilizing digital technologies to drive strategic management decisions. Fifth is organization and culture, defining and developing an organizational culture with governance and talent processes to support progress along the digital maturity curve. So I will put in the show notes. So this is the first digital maturity model which covers you to pan organization snapshot of the as is digital capability of an organization. So as is situation of your organization, where you are from each point, each phases or each area, from a customer, strategy, technology, operations, organization, and culture point of view. And if we will go to the TM Forum website, and I will put it in the show note, tmforum.org, and they also define the digital maturity models and metrics into, okay, when they say the customer, basically you are asking questions to your organization, and then you are identifying where you stand from a digital maturity model dimensions point of view. And how they defined, it's together, it's Deloitte and TM Forum, and then first we discussed the Deloitte's approach. Now the TM Forum is talking about the same 5 areas: customer engagement, customer experience, customer insights and behavior, customer trust and perception, strategy, brand management, ecosystem management, in finance and investment, market and customer, portfolio, ideation, innovation, stakeholder management, strategic management. And in the technology, they're talking about applications, connected things, data and analytics, delivery governance, network, security, technology architecture. From operations point of view, agile change management, automated resource management, integrated service management, real-time insights and analytics, smart and adaptive process management, standards, governance, automation. So all these fall under the operations head. Culture, organization and people, where the culture of the organization, leadership and governance model, organizational design and talent management, and even for workforce enablement. So all these 5 areas are covered for an organization to identify the digital maturity model, to cover all the dimensions. And then it has a metrics. So I'll put it in the show notes, where you can go and you can assess yourself as an organization. And then it's a quite detailed process where we need to identify where your organization is landing on the digital maturity framework or an index. The same digital maturity McKinsey called the digital quotient. So what they said, they have conducted based on number of companies, and then they, based on different practices or digital strategies or capabilities or culture, they developed a metric for digital maturity that is called digital quotient, or DQ. Now the digital quotient evaluates 4 major outcomes. If you see, the Deloitte and TM Forum put it 5 different areas, and now the digital quotient from McKinsey, they are saying, okay, 4 areas. Now these maturities determined by DQ assessment directly or correlates with the digital and financial performance. And what they put it in the 4 key areas, where the strategy, bold long-term orientation linked to business strategies centered around customer needs. Second is culture, risk appetite, speed, agility, test and learn, internal collaboration, external orientation, organization, which falls into roles and responsibilities, talent and leadership, governance, KPIs, digital investment. And capabilities, which they said connectivity, content, customer experience, data decision making, automation, IT architecture. That's where they are talking about that you need to raise your digital quotient. And it's indexed from the McKinsey. Now we will head to the next digital maturity model. That's a Foster's Digital Maturity Model 4.0. In 2013, they introduced a digital maturity model that consolidated all the marketing to business and all the models. And in 2014, they launched digital maturity model with a single set of criteria and scoring on all that one. And that's built on from a which they called as digital maturity model 4.0. So this assess or ask the questions to core capabilities, attitude, and competencies that define a mature digital operation. On that context, they took 4 dimensions for determining the digital maturity. Those 4 are which talking about culture, organizations or companies' approach to digitally driven innovation and how it empowers employees with digital technology. Technology, a company's use and adoption of emerging technology. Organization, how aligned a company is to support digital strategy, governance, and execution. Insights, how well a company uses customer and business data to measure success and inform strategy. Now, if you want to determine out of these 4 key areas your digital maturity model, then you need to define, okay, like a low to high, it's a level of maturity. Are you skeptical? Are you adopters? Are you collaborators? Are you differentiators? And then they give the scoring range from 0 to 33, characteristics, behavior, or strategy. And then you categorize yourself, okay, then are you a collaborator or adopters or which category? So I'll put in the show notes. This is digital maturity model from Forrester. And the next, which we're talking about, and even if you want to have a based on there's another model which is digital maturity test, which is covering 15 competencies and evaluated between 1 to 5 role, and I will put in which is called a digital maturity framework from a digital leadership organization. I will put it in the show notes where you can go ahead and then check it, digitalleadership.ltt and digital maturity framework. Now BCG Consulting, they put this as, or they named it as Digital Acceleration Index. And the Digital Acceleration Index helps organizations assess their digital maturity. And it helps them to uncover their digital strengths and weaknesses and even determine whether their digital capabilities are lacking or imbalanced, and evaluate how well they perform against peers in digital efforts. So BCG's Digital Acceleration Index helps organizations to accelerate their digital transformation journey. And that can be a starting point. Now they divided into 4 building blocks for a Digital Acceleration Index. Business strategy driven by digital, digitize the core, new digital growth, enablers. Now these 4 areas put together that on the top, business strategy driven by digital. The digitizing the core is where the customer offer and go to market, operations, support functions, and then the new digital growth. Enablers are changing ways of working, leveraging the power of data and technology, integrating ecosystems. So these 4 areas are divided from a BCG point of view. And then they divide it into 4 stages, that okay, these 4 areas you need to evaluate, and then they put you into stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, where the naming stage 1 is digital passive. At this stage of digital maturity, business functions and IT sometimes collaborate on digital topics based on ad hoc demands, but they do not align unless those projects are executed jointly. Stage 2 is digital literate, where you have done some digital investment. And then the stage 3 is digital performer. The business functions and IT jointly build capabilities across all areas, manage digital in an integrated way, and build and commercialize digital initiatives with success. That's a digital performer, stage 3. Stage 4 is digital leader. digital is embedded throughout the entire organization, including its innovation, value proposition, technology, and operations. The organization outperforms its peers in key digital metrics, and digital is seen as the key driver of the company's value. That's a digital leader. Now, till now, we covered BCG, Foster, Deloitte, TM Forum, and then now we will check another one, and that's from the Gartner. That's Gartner talked about Gartner Digital Business Maturity Model. 9 competencies determine maturity. Now, this is a paid research, so I don't have access to that one, but I will put it in the show notes. So if you have a corporate account, you can go ahead and find out what are those 9 competencies determine maturity. Then the Ernst & Young, the EY Digital Readiness Assessment. So they also spoke on, they put there that, okay, if you follow Digital Readiness Assessment, DRA, this is an online benchmarking tool which will enables you to identify your digital maturity. And that's across 7 focus areas. Those focus areas are strategy, innovation and growth, customer experience, supply chain and operations, technology, risk and cybersecurity, finance, legal and tax, people and organization. And I will put in the show notes for the digitalreadiness.ey.com if you want to go and find out on the digital readiness assessment tool. Then from the thought leader Jeffrey Moore, that's a digital systems maturity model where he put together, okay, you need to start from system of record to system of engagement, and then engagement analytics, systems of intelligence, and then system of disruptions. It's like a stair that, okay, how you will find out digital systems maturity model. Another one from the IDC, which IDC put maturity model as a series of steps through which a business process on its way to achieving adoption of social business processes and activities. And they called it IDC's Social Business Maturity Scape Stage Overview. So you need to benchmark yourself as an organization. And they started from, in 2014, they released this one, ad hoc, which is grassroots, then opportunistic, where is driving results, repeatable, where systems connect, then managed, acceptance comes, optimized, social is inherent, where from business outcome point of view, in the ad hoc, you bring your own app, department, company, and time to market. So all these are the 5 stages from the IDC. Now, if we want to try to just summarize all these different digital maturity model, you call it digital quotient, you call it readiness, you call it framework, all the fundamental question is that these are the tools which are giving you to benchmark your organization's current digital maturity level with your own digital transformation goals. So if we summarize, then there is another open digital maturity model, which is ODMM. So you can go ahead and find out any other which suits to your organization. But I like about the open digital maturity model is that it's assessment tool which benchmarks an organization's current digital maturity level against its own digital transformation goals and the performance of best-in-class organizations. You need to identify your goals. What are your digital transformation goals or business transformation? And based on that, you need to benchmark your organization on which area, from operations, strategy, technology, manufacturing, customer experience, all, where we stand. There are silos initiatives are happening that each department is doing their own, or is there any corporate or a single strategy which is being made? So all these models we'll put in the show notes, and you can go ahead and read and then do some research on your organization's capabilities, current state of the digital maturity, And then from there, you can take to work on it, how you will be building your organization. And I think this is relevant to where to start in our organization for digital transformation, because this digital maturity model is where you determine that, okay, I am on which stage and which level, and then based on my organization or your organization future plans, you can determine from where you want to start. And if you listen our section for session number 59, where we covered where to start in organization for digital transformation, and where we spoke about the 7 areas that, okay, you need to do a digital capabilities assessment. So this is digital maturity assessment. So what you're going to do it, you will be doing a discovery of your digital capabilities assessment based on digital maturity model. So these maturity model you will use, and you will do the digital capabilities assessment. So once you have done the digital capabilities assessment, then you can establish what are your go-to digital goals, or how you will go. And then you will get the right buy-in, commitment from C-levels, board, owner, whoever is the stakeholders on that one. Then you will be going to crafting a roadmap or a plan. Once you have done that one, then you need to have a right skills in place, right people, or the right leadership in place. Maybe you need to train, or you need to hire on your resources. And then the 6th number is where you're going to prepare yourself, your team, and your board, and your entire business. That, okay, where we are on the capabilities assessment point of view, digital maturity model point of view, and now where we're gonna start. And then you begin your digital or a business transformation journey. So this digital maturity model session is quite related to the session of 59, where we spoke on how to start, where to start in an organization for digital transformation. Thank you so much for listening, and have a wonderful day ahead. Look forward to have your comments, speak to you in some events. And thank you so much for sharing your feedback, comments. Please head to otechtalks.tv and put your comments in the comment section. Let's interact with each other, and then try and keep learning with each other. Thank you so much. Have a blessed life. Bye-bye. A blessed life. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the OTech Talks podcast, and be part of Tech Talks at otechtalks.tv. It's a turf to share ideas, insights, and innovations.